Morning guys, and welcome back to Lick Branch Farm. Today it's kind of overcast. We got a pretty decent breeze. It's still a little bit humid, but we're gonna get out here with a tiller today and we're gonna run through all of the parts of the garden that we're going to be planting our fall crops in, and the stuff that we're going to direct seed is what we're looking at, prepping for. We haven't even begun to start our seeds in the barn yet, but we will be direct seeding things like turnips, all top turnips. There's a couple more. I had a mustard green, and what I want to do is get the plots ready for those. It'll take probably another week of me coming out here every other day and turning this under, getting the grass out, getting the rocks out, things of that nature, and then we'll start with a good prepared seed bed to direct seed all those in. So we're gonna get out here on the tiller first, and I'm gonna run through and break it up, and I may even take the tractor out with the cultivators and kind of pull up the bigger stuff and get some soil moving around and get it turned under. But yeah, we're gonna get out here on the tiller first, so don't go anywhere. All right guys, as you can see, with the first couple passes now, we got some rocks to deal with and we got some grass and things of that nature, but the goal here is to turn this soil over. And you see how this come up is to get the grass down inside of it and let the soil do the work for you. It'll break that grass down and it'll basically rot and turn into organic matter and fertilizer. So that's why I say every, a couple times a week, I'll come out here and run the tiller. It doesn't take long. Run the tiller through here and just fold everything back in. Now you can see some of the bigger stuff like this here. Now it's still rooted in there, but I'm hoping, once we turn this over a couple times, we'll be able to get that buried as oil. Look, there's an old potato from back in the spring. Yep. Yeah, this was our part of our potato plot, and we had a great potato harvest this year. Look, there's another one right there. But yeah, it's starting to drizzle a little bit. Look, little potato in it. The potatoes are resilient, I'm telling you. But we're going to get out here. It's starting to drizzle rain right now, which is okay. We're going to get out here and run this tiller through here, and hopefully we'll get back down in the collar field again and get that done today too. I'd like to have everything turned under today. That way, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday next week, I'll come back and do it again, and then hopefully next weekend we may be ready to put some seeds in the ground. Next weekend will be September the 5th, and it'll be time to get the fall crops in. It's time. We don't want to get behind on this one because in the spring, you can dilly-dally around a little bit and still get away with it, but in the fall, the frost is coming. It's just around here, October the 24th, 28th, somewhere around in there is our first predicted frost date, and it's usually pretty accurate within 3 or 4 days. But we don't want to get caught with our pants down, not having our crops in the ground, having them mature enough so when it does frost, they can't take it. So we're gonna get out here and get started. We got that done, and this side has a little bit more weeds, as you can see in here, than that side. That side there, let me give you a good look at that. this is the second time that I have run through this area. This will be the second time I've been through this area. Now yesterday I cleaned this up, cut it with a lawnmower, and this would be the first time this has been through. So, you know, another time or two and this will be gone. I'm gonna get out here with my rake here in a little bit, see if I can rake it out. But as I was going down through here, you'll notice, you know, this is a squash that we planted, I don't know, 4 weeks ago, towards the end of July. And we knew, we got some ready to pick now. We knew that, you know, disease pressure and, you know, bugs was gonna be an issue. There's some more. As you can tell, you know, it's already got downy mildew on it. And I noticed on some that we got vine borer issues already. See here? Now, this is what will take this squash out. And we do historically have a lot of vine borer issues, even though I've grown squash all over this property. We still have it everywhere. I guess, you know, for us to be able to grow squash specifically, we're going to have to get more aggressive on taking precautionary measures. There's one plant that's completely gone. And normally vine borer get it, and there's, looks like maybe some got in there, but for the most part I don't see anything. I don't know. But anyway, you know, we had better success with squash in the spring. I mean, we had more squash than we knew what to do with. So I guess for us, we're gonna have to focus our squash and zucchini efforts in the spring, early summer. I'm fixing to get ready. I've got 3 rows of cucumbers. One row here, you can see it's got blooms all over it. Another row here, this is, I think, Calypso. And over here is Max Pack. Now I planted these the same time I planted that squash. And you know, they have a later, cucumbers have a later maturity date than squash anyway. So looking at these was a store-bought brand. I'm not gonna call any names, but this was a store-bought brand, and it's got blooms all over it. And I know there's bees here because they were all in the squash this morning. So knowing that, and knowing that I've got 2 more rows and I won't have time to plant another row. This one's coming out, and I'm going to use these T-posts to plant my fall crop of Kentucky blue pole beans. And I've got to find another spot. I may go on the other end to plant Christmas lima pole beans. And what I'm gonna do now is take and get all this up, get it out of here, and I'm gonna take the tiller and till this up. And we're gonna get ready to put the cattle panels up for the Kentucky blue pole beans. So don't go anywhere. I'm gonna tell you what, guys, that Hortonova trellis is the ticket, because it would have took me 3 times as long to take down the cattle panel setup. Now I like my cattle panels, don't get me wrong. They have their place, like we're fixing to use for these pole beans, but for cucumbers and you know, beans and things of that nature, man, that stuff's the way to go. You can see, I mean, I've got setups over here with it, and that stuff's been up since early April, and it's still strong. You say I had to cut it with a knife, but I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get the lawnmower and I'm gonna go cut this stuff down low and then run through it with the tiller. So we're fixing to get after it. Well, we got everything looking about back to normal somewhat. I have got some grass cut and things done around here to make it look a little bit more acceptable. So with the exception of this squash, everything's been disced up, and another little spot I missed. Well, I ain't gonna say I missed, but I still have yet to turn over. Alright, so over here, and I'm gonna sit down tonight and try to make a plan on where I'm gonna plant everything so I know how much of everything to plant. I know beans are going here. We'll probably just do one row of Kentucky blue pole beans and then another row of Christmas lima beans. And depending on what these cucumbers do, so I still got a pile of cattle panels there, and I think I'm gonna need one more to do these beans. So cucumbers, and we'll know in the next week or two if they're gonna make it or not. And I've still got this spot here to clean up, and I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna put here. So I've got plenty of room. I got collards gonna go in this spot down here, and I've got the top bunch collars that I got from Hoss Tools. Once I get those started, they will more than likely go here, or I got another little spot over here that I haven't turned over yet, but I did last year. I planted collards here last year and they did real good. It stays moist. Soil stays moist in here. And this is where I had tomatoes, but when I plant collards, I'll plant them this way. So I'll disc up pretty much from here to where I got my blueberry bushes, and we'll plant rows this way. But yeah, it's fixing to come up a cloud. I done heard it thunder a couple times, so we're gonna get out of here today, and tomorrow I'll get out here and lay off the rows and get the T-stakes in, and hopefully get the cattle panels up so we can kind of get these beans in the ground. I need to go ahead and get them started. They may be here, they may be over here. I'm not sure yet. It just depends on which side of the garden's gonna be more easy to work with at the time, and I'm not sure. I may put them down here, but anyway, got a lot of work done today. Still got a long way to go. But yeah, if you guys haven't, hit the subscribe button over here in the corner and click the bell notification so you get notified every time I put out a video. And as always, guys, we'll see you on the next one.